Hello and welcome back to another Uncle Tad's Creative Shack video. Here we have in front of us the Lego Ideas Treehouse set number 21318. This is a monster of a set. In fact, so much so that, let me remove this here. That's the instruction manual. The instruction manual itself is a beast to get through. Let me go ahead and put this guy back on here. It is huge. It's like a phone book. I mean, look how big it is. It is definitely a large undertaking. But there it is there. Now you might notice something different. The book has the green leaves on it, but I've got the autumn color leaves. Well, Lego does that for you. You get both green and autumn leaves in this set. Now, I've got it here on the Lazy Susan. It kind of makes it easier to spin it around for you to get some views of it. This set comes with 4 minifigures, and then of course you have the autumn leaves. You get the springtime leaves. You get a whole assortment of stuff. There's 3 separate rooms. There's a kid's bedroom, which is this one here. They have a bathroom, which is, I believe, this is the master bedroom suite, and the bathroom is right over here. So you've got your 3 main rooms for the family to enjoy. Down here you have a cart. Let me try to get this in the view for you. You have a cart here with some items in it, and hold up, there we go. Lazy Susan prevents you from not getting stuff stuck underneath of it. Okay, so how it works is there's a winch right up here, and you can just winch along your spinning, incredibly spinning basket of goodies right up to that level. There's no door element here. There's just a bunch of windows, but so that's kind of neat. And of course, in the crate here, they give us a couple of goodies there. Looks like you get about an apple, some cherries, a fish, and a carrot. So interestingly enough, interesting little combination. I would think the food items would probably best go down on the bottom of the scene here, because that's where the cooking is happening. So yeah, let me take the camera off the tripod here and get you some close-up shots. So here we go. And let's get back up and over. Alright, so here we have, and we'll do the minifigures here in a minute. We've got the dad, and he's going ahead and he's got a little fire going there with some of these Harry Potter wands, cooking probably a soup or something in the pot. We've got a couple of pumpkins, a large pumpkin, a small pumpkin. At the dinner table here, we've got the girl minifigure, and we'll go ahead and take a look at the minifigures again in a minute. We have the boy minifigure over here. In the back, we have Mom, and we'll have to look at her better. We have a candlestick here. We've got dish items and some glass items and whatnot. There we have stairs leading up to one of the rooms again. I forget which. I think that's leading up to the bathroom, is those stairs. So the stairs will take you all the way up, up, up. Some pieces are printed. Let's go ahead and try to zoom in on those ones. So you do get a printed tile here, and another printed tile there. And I think, let me unplug. Sorry about that. And you get another printed tile at the very top. You can see there's a little flower here on the side. You get a couple of studs here where you could pose a minifigure, but I think, yeah, let's see. Yep, you can pose a minifigure on there. I'll zoom back out. And you also have another stud down here on this step where you can pose a minifigure. Otherwise, you can still pose them on the tiles, but they just won't lock into place. So going up to the rooms, so we have a room here with a giant telescope. The door will open, and inside, I'm just going to have to do this for you. I'm just going to have to go ahead and take the lid off. And these lids, interestingly enough, are color-coded. So you can see that there's a tan-colored piece under here, and that lines up with the tan-colored pieces there and there. So you get the line up which roof goes with which room. So let's take a look in here better. So this is a maybe it's best from the top. It's very difficult to do this without taking apart some leaves here. There we go. So there's a bed on the top, there's a yellow bed on the bottom, pair of binoculars on the wall. If we spin around, we've got what looks to be like a flower in a glass vase. That over there looks like it's a microscope looking at something. If we spin around, get some leaves in our way. Yeah, there's definitely get some leaves in the way here. I'll try to get those out. Okay, that's what we're looking at over there. That window is round and sorry, really difficult. We'll go from this. Maybe go from this way. Well, we have a printed tile there above that window. We're still at the kids thing here. I'm trying to. There's a light right there. Yeah, and looking in, it's kind of difficult to look in on that side without trying to remove branches. But what's interesting, there's an interesting technique they use to put these window halves, whoops, sorry about that, to put these window halves together. One of these is upside down, one of them is regular side up. And there's actually interesting technique they do that. So coming around to this room, and I believe I said this was the bathroom. We'll go ahead and take its lid off. Now see, this one here has a red plate on the bottom and it matches with the red tiles at the top. So if we scoot in there, and it's not the bathroom, it is the master bedroom. Let me try to get you in. Alright, so there we have a ship in a bottle. And we have a flower in the window and a flower pot. We have what looks like to be a quill and ink well. We have a brush with a silver piece on the wall. That appears to be, that looks like to me, sorry about the bouncing around here. Where are we? This to me looks like it would be a cuckoo clock of some sort. And try my best to get in there even more, but it's very difficult. There's the flower on that window, and we'll open up the door and try to get in. Okay, there's the bed. Another pair of binoculars on the desk over there. We'll try to come out. Okay, so there's so much. It's really hard for me. I'm going to try to keep this video as short as I can, but it's very hard to get in there and see all the different details without moving too much stuff around. Let's go ahead from this side. Maybe we can look in there. No, we still see. You see my dilemma? All these leaf pieces are in the way. It's like I know what's in there, but trying to show everybody else, I'll have to try to move. Let's see. Will that work a little bit? Yeah. Looks like there's a compass piece over there by that window. And there is a letter over by that window. That stick thing by the door, that's actually a walking stick. And then it looks like there's a graded tile there, which is probably a mat to wipe your feet off on. And then we'll come back over to the the bathroom. Let me try to fan it back out again so you can see where we are. We also have a nice hanging suspension bridge over here. So this will be the bathroom. Take that top off and see if we can't get in there somewhat. And the door to it is over here. This set would look great with an LED light set. You know, lights that could, you know, actually light up at nighttime would look great. So in the bathtub, or in the bathroom, again, I'm sorry about this, folks. It's really hard to get in here. But again, this one's got green tiles, which match the green bottom of its lid. So now you know whose roofs go with where. Inside the bathroom, there's a bathtub with some blue, trans blue tiles in there. There's off to the side over here. Let's try to get those leaves out of the way. There is a blue brush. It's got the kind of an olive green floor, or the sand green. Let's move it around. Can we get in this way? Not too well. Unfortunately, it's really hard to get into all these structures. Again, let's move some of these leaves out of the way. Let's see if I can get that up. There we go. There's your bathtub. And a little bit of a sink. There's your toilet. And it's got a trans blue tile in there to represent the toilet, the actual water. Yeah. So let me try to back out a little bit here. So as you can see, it's a very large set that kind of goes on forever. Let me go ahead and try to put these roof pieces back. You just match up the green to the green, so you know which lid goes where. This one here is going to be the red one. So it's going to go like that. Okay. The branches are actually hinged or ratcheted, so you can move them a little bit, but there's still quite a there we go. But to take them off and show all the insides 100% is very difficult to do. But the tops, as you can see, are flat on one side and round on kind of the others. So that flat side usually goes to the back when placing it in place. There, and it just sits in there like that. Okay. So let's see, for details, in the back over here, we have a printed tile piece, printed wood tile piece. And that's inside the master bedroom again, the hairbrush. There's the bed. There's a chest of drawers on the other side. And back out for you a little bit. A lot of plates and tiles on this thing. Definitely a lot of tiles. Okay. And actually, if you look in here for the bathroom, I forgot all about this. Try to get these leaves out of the way so you can see it better. Where are we? Right there is a barrel. So then maybe they're trying to collect some rainwater. See that? There you go. That, as I zoom out, that's a barrel that looks like they're probably collecting rainwater for the bathroom. And maybe it uses a gravity feed system for the toilet, so the rainwater goes into that basket, and then gravity feeds it into the toilet. As for down here on the bottom, we've got some mushroom pieces, or some pieces to make up some mushrooms. We've got an actual swing on some chains, a little bit of a stream, some more large plants. These are great to get because they're very expensive, actually. A made up or built up flower piece using I think it's like a white egg, half of an egg or something. I'm not really sure. Maybe that is part of a plant, but I haven't seen those made up before. There's also an interesting tile here that's printed, and that says "Build Your Dreams, KF," and I believe that's the Lego designer who made this set. Oops. So yeah, a very interesting builds as far as putting all the rooms together, the kind of like an octagonal room shape. This door will open up. It goes across the, goes across this bridge here from that door to get to this one. But yeah, as you can see, there's just a lot of color. And then of course you can change it all out for those green leaves, which I'm not going to do for this video, but it is something you can do. So let's go ahead and take a look at the minifigures. For minifigures, we'll start off with Mom, Pa here, and you know, we'll look at them, but I don't think either one of these looks very happy, and I don't know if I'd want these to be my parents. So we've got Pa on the left side, we've got Mom over here. I'll go ahead and take his hat off for you. There you go. And we're going to zoom in a little bit more. So he's just got kind of an type of face, nothing funky going on. She definitely has a scowl on her face. Look at that scowl. She is not happy at all. Generic prints for the minifigures. They can be used in any setting you want. She's got a little bit of printing on her back. He has a little printing on his back. Now, when we take off her hair, she's gone from a scowl on one side. We'll go ahead and... So she's kind of got a scowl on the one side, and then when you flip her around, she's winking. So that's kind of... It's kind of strange to go from the two different expressions like that, but, you know, again, I'll try to get this light out of the way. There we go. That's a little bit better, maybe. Yeah. I don't like these minifigures at all, and I'm not going to keep them with this set. I've got other minifigures in mind that are more happier that I'm going to keep with the set. These ones will just end up going in the collection. We'll turn them around again. Simply because I like to think of this as a fun family gathering, and with her scowl and his kind of expressionless face, just doesn't do it for me. So yeah, I will be replacing mine with a much more happier couple. How about the kids? So we have a girl on the one side and a boy on the other. And the boy looks like he's got a huge smile on his face. The girl's not too bad either. She's got a little bit of a smile on her face. She looks like she's wearing a probably a fisherman's style vest, whereas the boy over here, I believe he's got a hoodie on. They have a little bit of printing on the back. Take off her. She's got a dual molded hat and hairpiece, which is really nice. He's got like an orange, probably a Ron Weasley hairpiece. No alternate faces for either one of these. So strangely enough, we get an alternate face for the mother, but we don't get any more alternate faces for the rest of the kids in the set. The rest of the people in the set. These kids here have the short legs, so they cannot bend. They always have to be in a standing position. And that's okay. It just represents that they're shorter kids. They do have a mid-size legs where they can still bend, but they're not as tall as the adult minifigures. But these ones here, as far as what comes in the set, you get the legs that don't move at all. When it comes time to putting on the different leaves, Lego's instruction booklet shows you, you got the green ones here, and you got the autumn ones here. So what they're telling you is that for the light green, for the autumn one, you're going to pick the light yellow, and for the dark green, for the autumn one, you're going to pick the brown or the medium brown, and then these carrot top pieces, which help hold the leaf structure together, you have them in green for the green side, and you have them yellow for the autumn. So when you flip it out, we'll take a look at you. So what you need those carrot top pieces for is they help connect the pieces and make a stronger bond with the leaves. So go ahead and show you how that's done. So the directions only give you putting the leaves together in the green format. They don't give you the directions to putting them together with the yellow and orange, but that's why they separate in the beginning of the manual. They tell you what you're going to substitute to make either one you want. So the directions do give that to you. And as far as the green pieces, well, I haven't even taken them out of the bag yet. This is probably something I will do you know, in the springtime. But, you know, as for the winter and the rest of the time, I'm just going to leave it with the autumn leaves, because that's my favorite colors. And one more thing I did forget to mention is that you get, I'll try to show it to you on this white napkin here. You get, let's scoot this down a little bit, a ton of spare pieces come in this set. So, and one more thing I did forget to mention was, amongst the ton of spare pieces you get, I just knocked over the whole family, you actually get a hair piece for the father if you don't like the hat. That's his hair piece. Still doesn't quite do it for me. I don't like these minifigures at all, but I wanted to show you that, as I forgot to in the beginning. But yes, you get a ton of spare pieces, including an oar, and I think you get a few printed pieces. You get a pair of shears. There are a pair of shears in here. They're actually underneath the bed in the master bedroom, but it was so hard getting in there, I didn't even want to try to open up the bed to show you where the shears came from. But there is a pair of shears in there. I don't know why they keep them underneath the bed. Maybe that's a story that you can come up with on your own. But yeah, so as for my final thoughts on this set, the set is huge. There's just no other way to say it. It is very huge. It is a massive centerpiece. It definitely allows for creativity and, you know, coming up with your own pieces to add to this, or to you know, create different scenery textures. One thing it doesn't come with, which I would like to add to mine, is it doesn't come with any sort of these like grass stem type pieces, which would be great for, let me zoom in, these grass or stem type pieces would be great to litter the whole bottom of it here with actual grass that stands up. So that's the way I was going to do mine when I'm done with the review, is to just put those, especially in and amongst the tree bottom. Let me zoom in here if I can get to the tree bottom. And I've heard other people on YouTube complain about this, where the bottom of the tree actually looks like it's floating above the ground, because of the lack of the connection. The way they designed the tree, it doesn't really connect to the base very well. Well, you know, you can solve that problem just by putting these grass pieces or stem pieces, and that's what I plan on doing, is just covering mine up with some grass pieces like that. So otherwise, yes, this is a great set. I love it. The thing is huge. It took me quite a long time to build it. Perhaps I'm slower than other people, but I just liked enjoying the time of putting it together. Little bit of repetition in the trunk, but wasn't too terribly bad. You follow the directions, and you know, you'll make it through okay. But yeah, it's definitely a big set. I recommend it. I think it's great. I think if you got the money for it, go ahead. I happen to save up from doing other things, save up my money, and bought this one. And when I got this one, it also came with, and maybe I should put that in this video as well. If you bought this set, there was an exclusive offer that you got for free. Let me try to get this into the camera here. This is a official Lego brand picnic blanket. So it is definitely it's kind of like a felt top to it. Of course, it's all folded up right now, and I don't want to destroy the tree build here, but it is a fairly large mat with the kind of a plasticky bottom that's easily wiped off when you're all done. But yeah, there you go. It's got the official Lego patch on one side. This came free if you bought that Treehouse set. So that was really cool. I don't imagine how much that blanket would be from Lego if you bought it separately. I'm not even sure they sell it separately at this point, but yeah. So anyways, that wraps up. I apologize, it's a long video, and there's a lot to see inside the cabins, which I just can't get my camera in there to give you the full view of it. But Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you in the next video. Bye-bye.